Today we're going to be using a template on Moodle to create our poster. So what you need to do is in week 4, 1st of December, scroll down and we have, actually it says 2nd of December there, poster layout template. Click on that, double click on that, and it should download. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And there we are, it's saved. So what you'll do then is you'll go into Photopea, and I've already opened it up, but I'll show you how to open it. File, open, on my desktop, layout poster, open it up. And there it is. So I've got my one layer, background layer there, and I'm going to add layers on top to put my monster pictures, etc. there. So let me show you how to do that on this one first. So I'm going to add a new layer, and that's going to be the layer I'm going to have as my background colour. We've done this before, so I'm going to use the the paint bucket tool, and I'm going to choose a white background. You can choose any colour background you like. There we are. So look, I've got 2 layers now, a white layer on top. And then I can add all my text layers on top of this afterwards. But what I've been doing though is when I've been adding my layers, so let's say monster for instance. There's my monster. Now I can't really see where to place that now. So what I need to do is not on my text layer, but the white page, I can actually turn that off. Just by clicking on the eye, go back to my move tool, and I can move the monster in the header or title area. So I can make that fit in that space. So that's where the monster goes. This is where I need to put my monster picture. So again, I'll just open my monster. Which I've already done somewhere. I've done that here. There's my colour monster there. So what I can do is with the move tool, click and hold the mouse, go on to my next page, lift, go down and leave go. So now I've got my background, it says, but that's my monster. If I double click where it says background, I'm going to call it monster, because then I know that's my actual monster picture. That's the text. This, if I double click there, I can call that background. So I can label up each of these layers. That's my background layer that I've turned off. Let's turn it on. There we go. So what have I got to put down here? Well, I've got to put the logo, the date and time, etc. Okay, now I've made one already. Somewhere. Whoops. Not sure where it is now. Typical. Oh, there it is. There we are. Okay. So look, I've got a poster I made earlier. So what have we got here? Let me just make this a bit smaller so you can see the whole thing. Okay. There's the background. That's the imported poster to show you where all the things go. That's my background colour. Here I've got Merlin Theatre, Pembrokeshire College, the time, the date, the college logo, nice and small and out the way. I decided I wanted to add a shape, and then I put in my monster. I recoloured my monster. I didn't want him looking that colour, so I've changed it. And then at the top, you've got your monster band name. Now I've followed exactly what it said to do on that template. So this week, have a go at making your poster, but place each of your elements where it says to put them. just like I have, and it should give you a poster made out using a hierarchy that makes sense. So this is a little bit different to last week. It's telling you sort of exactly where to place everything within those frames. Just go back and turn them all on again so you can see them. All right. Be careful you don't go off the edges. If you do have something going off the edge, make sure you don't mind, like it's not going to be writing or anything like that. Make sure it's something that doesn't matter. All these border areas, look, don't go over the edge. All right, so there's a little gap at the bottom there, and a gap at the top. And this is an A4 document, so your poster will be A4. I'll turn it back on again. If you notice, for my text, I've broken it all up. So for instance, for the time, I can move that around separately. Same for the date, that's separate. Merlion Theatre, Pembrokeshire College, I've kept all as one. And obviously then we've got the logo. So you can move those elements around separately if you wanted. So say for the 8 PM I could move it. I actually do quite like it there. So what I need to do, I'm just going to put it back to where it was. There we are. You can zoom in and out, remember, with your navigator to look closely at your text to make sure it's lining up where you want it, making sure it looks straight. Okay. I might have it at the end of the E for Pembrokeshire College. It might sort of line up there quite nicely. And you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to just gently nudge up and down. Okay, if I just click on something else there, that doesn't look too bad. Nudge it down a bit. Okay, say, okay, I'm happy with this now. This is my design for today. I want to keep all those layers. I want to keep a Photoshop version, but I actually want to make a flattened JPEG version as well. I haven't actually renamed this yet. It's the original name that I downloaded, so what do I need to do? Save as a Photoshop file first. And I'm not going to call it poster layer A4. Now this is my second monster poster that I've made, so I'm going to call it Monster Poster 2. At the moment it's saving on my desktop, but I will move it after into my shared folder in the OneDrive. So it's an Adobe Photoshop document. That's what it's called. Save it. And that's saved to my desktop for now. I want to save another version, a flattened version. Export as a JPEG. Okay, so again, that's going to export it as a JPEG. That's fine. I'm going to have the quality 100%. Save. And it's going to be called Monster Poster 2. And I'm going to put flat so I know it's JPEG. I didn't need capital, but there we are. Okay, JPEG now. Save. So I've saved those two. So if I close these down now, they will be on my desktop. If I just minimize for now to double check. Here we go. There is the JPEG version. And that one, you see it says .psd, that's a Photoshop file. So if I open that up in Photopea, all the layers will still be there and I can adjust them and change them. This one won't be, it'll be just one flat layer. Brilliant. Okay, so today have a go at following that template, making your monster poster. When you've finished, save it as a JPEG and save the Photoshop file as well. And you'll be carrying on with this in Phil's session, so you can make more than one poster if you wish. But take your time with it and think about those design elements we talked about last week. Okay, so that's what you're doing. Whoa, what have I done there? I think it was open, I just pushed it down to the bottom, there we go. So today, use this guide. Okay, thank you very much.